Here at Casa de Luz, we are committed to meeting the physical and spiritual needs of the poor, the lost, and the broken. We are a gospel-centered, community-based ministry that works specifically with single moms who are often struggling to break free from poverty, abuse, addiction, and despair. Over the past 5.5 years, we've seen God do incredible things through Casa de Luz. Today, CDL not only provides care for over 80 children and youth from some of the neediest families in our community, it's also grown to include the Own Your Own Home housing program, an adult education program, youth mentorship, educational scholarships, and a microfinance initiative for women. This year, we feel God is calling us to take deeper action in reaching out to our community, and we are so excited to introduce you to the next phase of Casa de Luz Ministries, Casa de Luz Village. We envision the property I'm standing on here as Casa de Luz Village. We see a community composed of own your own homes for CDL moms, rental space for businesses, a base for our youth mentorship program, and low cost or even emergency housing for families in dire need. A perfect example of why we need CDL Village is Lupita Flores, mom to Brian, Aaron, and Jimena. Lupita is such a hard worker. She works at a local restaurant while also finishing her middle school education through CDL. In the 5 years that we've known them, they've moved 4 times. Most recently, this fall, the house where Lupita and her children were renting was sold, and the owner gave them a couple of days to move. They literally were going door to door, trying to find anywhere to move. They were so desperate that they moved into this little one-room shack, dark, unsafe, probably the worst possible location to have 3 young children and a single mom. They only stayed in that home for a couple of days, where Lupita came in tears saying she could not spend another night in that location. We walked alongside Lupita. We took her to try to find a different place, and now they're in a bit of a more stable situation. They have another rental home, but for how long? Adequate housing for low-income families is so scarce here in Primo Tapia, and we see many families with young children living in unsafe places without running water, electricity, heat, or even proper plumbing. CDL Village will provide safe and affordable homes where CDL families will live side by side. Through mentorship, living together in community, sharing resources, being trained and equipped for employment, and building a network of support among each other, we believe that the women will gain strength and motivation to spur them forward. When I told Lupita about this project, her eyes filled with tears at the possibility of some stability. Not that even she would necessarily be a part of this program, but that other moms like her would be able to rest and put some roots down. It was more than she would even allow herself to imagine. We are confident that CDL Village will meet an enormous need for families just like Lupita's. Taking this next step in our ministry requires great faith, and we can't do it alone. Would you join us in making Casa de Luz Village a reality? Thank you for supporting the work of Casa de Luz these past 5 years. Lives are being transformed, families are being brought back together, and life and hope is stirring in the hearts of moms and children here in Primo Tapia, Mexico.